15 fascinating bird facts about our feathered friends. Birds are some of the most captivating creatures in the world. They are covered in feathers and come in remarkable colors. From the hummingbird to the perching birds, we have over 18,000 species of birds all over the planet. Many birds fly while some can jump, run and swim. Some of them are also quite bizarre. What would our world look like without birds? Well, we will definitely miss the experience of seeing them beautify the sky on a bright day. 1. There are more than 18,000 bird species in the world. There are numerous bird species all over the world. In the UK, the British Ornithologists Union, BOU, estimates that there are 628 species of birds. In the US, there are 1,120 different species of birds. The most common bird species are the perching birds or passerines, which are known for the unique configuration of their feet. They have 3 toes pointing to the front and 1 toe to the back. This allows them to perch on various slender structures like branches, wires, feeders, and so on. They are also known for their unique vocals. Perching birds tend to burst into songs. There are other common bird species like columbiformes, doves and pigeons, cuculiformes, cuckoo birds, and many other species. 2. Birds are the only animals with feathers. Birds are warm-blooded vertebrate animals that lay eggs. One feature that distinguishes birds from other animals is their feathers. While most birds fly, others like penguins and ostriches are flightless birds. However, all birds have feathers, and only birds have feathers. Primarily, birds use their feathers for flight. They have muscles at the base of each feather to aid motion as they fly. Feathers also regulate their temperature and help them attract a mate. Did you know that their feathers are also water resistant? This helps to keep them dry in the rain or water. 3. All female birds lay eggs. Whether or not a female bird has a mate, they can all lay eggs. For example, chickens with red earlobes lay brown eggs. There is a genetic link between the red earlobes and the color of the eggs. The Araucana and Americana chicken species lay green or blue eggs. The smallest bird egg comes from the hummingbird. Female birds generally increase their reproductive activity depending on the environmental changes to prepare for egg laying and taking care of their chicks. After laying their eggs, the baby birds mature and hatch out of the shells. Birds create nests to incubate their eggs and take care of their chicks. 4. We can find birds all over the continents of the world. With thousands of bird species, birds are the only creatures that we can find in every continent of the globe across South America, North America, Africa, and so on. Birds can occupy different environments. They also migrate from one habitat to another as the season changes to find food or seek shelter for their young. 5. Birds flock together to protect themselves. A group of birds is called a flock. Birds in a flock belong to the same species and move together in a coordinated fashion. Flocking has various benefits for different species. It helps to protect most species against predators. Flocking helps them stay alert, as they can all look in different directions. A predator could become distracted or confused when they see a flock swirling around, making it difficult to target one prey. For other species like the geese, flocking provides additional benefits. The V formation of the geese helps them reduce flying energy. When a bird in front flaps its wings, the bird at the back benefits from it, feeling the impact of the air. This is useful when a bird is injured or smaller in size. You can find the peregrine falcon on every continent but Antarctica. They live in wide open spaces and can be found everywhere, including deserts. The peregrine falcon can also live on bridges and skyscrapers. 6. Birds evolved from dinosaurs. The earliest known bird is the Archaeopteryx, which lived around 150 million years ago in the Jurassic period. They looked like small feathered dinosaurs. However, scientists believe these birds lost all their teeth and evolved beaks. 7. Some birds can mimic human speech. Birds like parrots can mimic human speech. The African gray parrot is the most talkative bird and also one of the most intelligent birds. One parrot could mimic hundreds of words thanks to its significant mental capacity. Research reveals that these birds can mimic words and use these words to communicate with their owners. Oddly, ravens in the wild can mimic the sounds of their predators to attract them to carcasses they are unable to break open. Some ravens can also mimic human speech and sounds from their environment. These birds surpass other birds' intelligence, having the mental and emotional capacity of a 5-year-old human child. 8. The ostrich has the largest eyes of any land animal. When an ostrich looks at you, it is difficult to avoid making eye contact. The ostrich has the largest eyes of any animal that lives on land. The bird's eyes are bigger than its brain and 5 times bigger than the eyes of humans. The ostrich is the biggest bird in the world. This flightless bird is famous for its long neck and remarkable running prowess. Their large eyes and powerful legs help them run away from predators in the wild. Ostrich eggs are also the world's largest eggs. 9. Some birds sleep with one eye open. Ducks have a single brain sleeping pattern. Half of their brain sleeps while the other half stays awake and active. When ducks sleep in a group, the ducks on the outer rim sleep with one eye open and alert for predators within their vicinity. Mallard ducks display a more erratic sleeping behavior. They sleep with one eye open and one leg on the water. They do this to conserve heat while they roost on water. 10. Hoatzin chicks have claws on their wings. The young Hoatzin, also known as stink birds, have 2 claws on their wings. They use these claws to climb tree branches and pull themselves out of water. They also use their claws to hide from danger. The young Hoatzin jumps from its nest and into the water when faced with a threat. They then use their claws to get themselves on land. Once the coast is clear, they use their claws to climb to a tree branch. 11. The wandering albatross can sleep flying. Albatrosses are one of the biggest seabirds, with the longest wingspan of most birds in the world. This bird can soar effortlessly in the sky for hours at a stretch without flapping them. They do this by harnessing wind energy under their wings. They can go hundreds of miles feeding on fish and squid. Interestingly, the young albatross can spend years of their lives at sea without touching land. Even more fascinating is that this bird can sleep while flying, however, only for a few seconds. 12. Penguins can jump so high as 9 feet. A penguin walks upright. They spend most of their time at sea and are fast swimmers. They are also the only bird that cannot fly. However, they are excellent jumpers. A penguin can jump as high as 9 feet from the sea and onto the shore. As they approach the water, penguins can sometimes jump to propel themselves into the water faster. They can also jump out of the water and on land by swimming super fast. These beautiful creatures come in a black and white color that acts as camouflage. Thanks to the spines around their mouth, these creatures can also swallow many fish in one day, which guides the fish down their throat. 13. Crows can recognize human faces. You may not want to pick a fight with crows. Crows that belong to the raven family are incredibly intelligent birds. They can recognize the face of humans and even navigate human environments. They even mourn the death of their family. The peregrine falcon is the fastest bird, with a jaw-dropping flight speed of more than 185 miles per hour when diving 5. However, this bird doesn't make the top 10 fastest on a level flight. The spine-tailed swift flies faster at over 100 kilometers per hour on level flight. 14. Birds communicate with color and sound. You will have, no doubt, heard the squeaking or whistling sounds of birds as you stroll through a park or natural environment. That is the sound of birds communicating with one another. Communication sounds include squeaks, singing, whistles, gurgles, warbles, trills, rattles, and many other bird sounds in the bird world. Some birds also communicate using non-vocal methods. You may see a bird beating the air with its wings essentially to establish a territory. The Wilson snipe bird spreads its special tail feathers as it takes a downward dive. It beats its wings gathering air within its feathers to create a winnowing sound. The snipe does this during courtship. Sounds are also not the only way birds communicate. They also communicate with visual displays. For blackbirds, the male birds puff up their feathers and show off their colorful shoulders. Female birds select their mate based on how colorful or attractive the male bird appears. So why do birds communicate? Birds communicate to establish territory, find food to eat, call on their mate, signal the presence of danger, and other reasons. 15. Birds have a high metabolic rate. Birds use energy at high levels and therefore have high metabolic rates. However, the passerines possess a higher metabolic rate than non-passerines. One indicator of metabolic rates is the heart rate. The hummingbird can have a heartbeat that measures up to 1,260 beats per minute when it's in full flight.